India, as a member of the G20, they have a role just like every other member of the G20 and every guest. There's a lot of initiatives for every region of India, every state, every part of it, for the G20 to come and visit. Many people do not realize that a lot of the things that happens in the Middle East is from India. India, as a member of the G20, they have a role just like every other member of the G20 and every guest that's going to be attending the G20, just like Oman and Egypt. So it goes to show that conflict is unfortunately going to continue happening, but how they're able to tackle it as a unit, as the members of the G20 and members of the world, it goes to show that yes, this is very unfortunate. Terrorism is an unfortunate thing that every nation is facing. Hunger, famine, conflicts, as we see the conflicts in certain areas around the world from time to time. But how the nations come together and how they understand and deal with each other with respect and continuation with growth in all sectors: health, education, trade, business, tourism. We had discussions during this visit, and it was my first visit, that there's a lot of initiatives for every region of India, every state, every part of it, for the G20 to come and visit. So it goes to show that they're not including only specific cities and not including specific regions, they're including any and all. Because 1.6 billion, it's a major population for the world, if you really understand math and the population. And it goes to show that they want to develop the nation as a whole, just like Saudi Arabia. You guys want to, I believe, by 2047, 2048, you guys have a very ambitious plan, because of course 1.6 billion, it's a huge population, and it takes time to build on that. Saudi Arabia is doing the same thing with Vision 2030. For me, as an individual from Saudi Arabia coming to India for the first time, the cultural bonding can go much deeper rooted than people expect in terms of food, culture, and even languages. People do not realize the mutual they have, how deep it goes for many years. Like today, we visited many of the historical places, and we saw Arabic calligraphy. And Arabs need to realize that it's been here for many years, and vice versa. As they all say, it's like the Silk Road comes from where? From India. And they went to the Middle East and then go into Europe. So even from the historical times, there was bonds and mutual understanding with one another. Many people do not realize that a lot of the things that happens in the Middle East is from India, in terms of spices, in terms of culture, and even here also languages and anything like that. Once you understand a region or a country, to better understand them and how to deal with them in all sectors, you have to understand their culture and the languages. And what's a better way to do that than visiting India? You can read about it, you can talk to people in the cafes, you can see videos, but it doesn't do any justice. For me, I did all of that. I did my research, I asked many people where to go, what to see, what to eat, and they say all of that is worthless if you don't visit. So when I came to visit it, it's much more than I expected.